tonight's doubleheader, please go visit our concession stand for many of our limited food and drink options. Also, please note in the seating bowl around you there is yellow tape roping off several rows and seats in the different rows behind you. If you look down and you see that you are sitting on a chair that has yellow tape over it, please move to a different seat so we can maintain proper social distancing. Also, in order to help us maintain social distancing, please clean up your trash after yourselves and deposit it in the many trash receptacles around the facility. Thank you.
And as you can see, so many people move. So the stores and everything, most of the costs.
I'll get the bad one. Well, just imagine, like, doctors that there were people last year that completed their doctorate online. Yeah, I mean, online.
Time now for the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Roane Mason. Leading off, the shortstop, number 3, Danny Bush. Batting second, the center fielder, number 24, Wyatt Kinder. Batting third, the pitcher, number 9, Kylo Romero. Cleaning up, the right fielder, number 25, Zane Loveday. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 17, Cole Ellis. In the sixth hole, the extra hitter, number 14, Colby Kinder. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 11, Jackson Mace. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 31, Austin Hawkins. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 22, Matt Toots. And rounding out the starting lineup for Roane Mason, the catcher, number 4, Lane Epling. And now for the home team, the West Virginia Flames. Leading off, the shortstop, number 18, Aaron Epling. And second, the starting pitcher, number 1, Tyrus Bumgardner. And third and playing right field, number 13, Braden McClung. Beating up the extra hitter, number 22, Eli Kirkendall. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 15, Conor Mcgrew. In the sixth spot, the first baseman, number 24, Dawson Beckett.
I usually stand up anyway where I'm
Batting seventh and playing left field, number 28, Ethan Barney. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 14, Chase Berry. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 10, Ethan Carter. Batting 10th, the center fielder, number 3, Corbin Bostic. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Flames, the extra hitter, number 9, Corey Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, Joe, I guess we can go whenever you're ready. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Appalachian Power Park, where tonight we have a doubleheader on hand for you, as the first game will be Roane Mason County taking on the West Virginia Flames in the 18-year-old division. Hello, friends, and welcome into the broadcast booth here from Appalachian Power Park. Chris Kidd here with you this evening with Joe Mounts, our engineer, Robbie Mounts as well. Joe Mounts standing right next to me right now, getting ready to get our first sense of baseball for the first time now as we head into summer. Again, a lot of these kids unfortunately ended up missing their season this past year, but thankfully being able to play on such a large venue and such a beautiful evening here, early evening, from Charleston, West Virginia, as the West Virginia Flames, primarily made out of Logan County kids and Logan High School and Chapmanville kids, and we'll run through that here in just a moment, as Roane County will be the visiting team, and they will be batting first, as the second game tonight will be the man team against this West Virginia Flames team once again. These will be 2 5-inning games that take place here this evening. So again, these will just be 5-inning games, but we will have the second game for you approximately half an hour after the conclusion of game number 1. As pitching here tonight for the West Virginia Flames will be Tyrus Baumgartner on the hill for them. As coming to the plate first for Roane Mason will be Danny Bush, the shortstop, as Danny Bush played at Roane County High School and is going to Concord University to play hopefully in the spring next season. So Bush will climb in against Baumgartner. We'll run through the rest of the lineup here in just a moment, as we're ready for the first pitch here this evening. As Baumgartner winds and delivers, fastball ripped into right field, going to sink and fall right in front of McClung for a leadoff hit, and right away Danny Bush showing how special he is, as he will be able to play college baseball and takes first pitch fastball into right field to give Roane Mason the leadoff hit. So that'll bring up the center fielder Wyatt Kinder, also playing at Roane County High School. We said most of the players from Roane Mason were a part of the Roane County baseball team, as Baumgartner this time pumps in a fastball, swing and a miss by Kinder, 0-1. As the defense for the West Virginia Flames, you have Varney in left field, Bostic in center field, and McClung in right field. We'll run through the infield in just a moment, as the 0-1 delivery. High fastball swung on and missed by Kinder, now 0-2. You have Chase Berry over at third base, Aram Epling at shortstop, McGrew at second base, Beckett at first. As we said, Baumgartner on the hill with Carter behind the dish for the Flames. Baumgartner has got himself ahead 0-2, and once again blows a fastball by Kinder for strike 3. So after the leadoff hit by Bush, Kinder goes down 1-2-3 swinging. That'll bring up Kylo Romero, as Romero will be the opposing pitcher tonight, played for Point Pleasant High School, as he takes first pitch, hits it high into the air to right field. Coming in now, losing it in the sun momentarily, was McClung, but able to back up and make the grab for out number 2. And again, the sun, it is a scorching hot day here all throughout West Virginia. Has been, I think, pretty much for the last couple of weeks now. And the sun starting to go down over the field at the moment, but going to be difficult for some high fly balls at the moment. That's why you see several players with sunglasses on the field, as this will bring up Zane Loveday, member of Gallia Academy, as there's a nice breaking pitch by Baumgartner, able to get Loveday out in front swinging, 0-1. Cole Ellis will be the 5th hitter for Roane Mason, followed by Colby Kinder, Jackson Mace, the 7-hitter, Austin Hawkins, the 8-hitter, and Matthew Toops, the first baseman. Also Lane Epling in the lineup, as that pitch misses wide, 1-1 the count. As Danny Bush stands at first base after the leadoff single, but Baumgartner has settled in and been able to retire the last 2 batters. Baumgartner played at Spring Valley High School and is going to West Virginia State University in the fall, as that fastball misses inside, 2-1. Most of these are senior players and seniors that trying to get themselves, if not playing in college, at least one more summer of competitive baseball in them before they head off to college. As there's a nice fastball by Baumgartner, swung on a miss by Loveday. Count evens up at 2-2. So Baumgartner working around that leadoff single by Bush and looking to retire Roane Mason here, swinging a miss on a breaking ball as Bush took off for second, but no need as Baumgartner, filthy breaking pitch, able to strike out as second batter of the inning and retire the side for Roane Mason. We're through 1/2 inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this as you are watching high score baseball action with, right here on Video Productions. Welcome back, everybody, to Appalachian Power Park. Chris Kidd with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer, Robbie Mounts, Butch Mounts alongside with us here this evening for this 18-year-old division mini doubleheader between Roane Mason and the West Virginia Flames, as the Flames now at the bat. Leading off is Aaron Epling as he chops one out towards short, fielded by Bush. Long throw, draws the man off the bag as Toops tried to make the tag as Epling went by, but unsuccessfully, as that'll be a throwing error on on Bush, and Aaron Epling will reach, as Aaron Epling played at Scott High School
Flames, the pitcher, number 1,
on the team that made the state tournament last year, but he's undecided on college at the moment as Tyrus Baumgartner stands in, takes a strike from Merrow, 0-1. We said Baumgartner, product of Spring Valley High School, going to West Virginia State University. It's both teams able to get the leadoff man on. Epling almost picked off over at first base. Quick move by Merrow, but Epling able to get back to the bag safely. Again, this will be 5-inning games here this evening, so not much room for error on either side. Merrow continues to check over at first base. Epling with a lot of speed, low throw, but Toops able to dig it out as Epling gets back to the bag. So Epling, evidently a lot of speed over at first base, as Merrow aware of it, trying to keep him close to the bag. As Epling gets out to a decent lead, will stay, and Baumgartner launches one into the hole out in left center field. It will fall. Able to get over to it as Wyatt Kinder in time to limit the damage, but a hit for Baumgartner. And now you've got runners at first and second with nobody out, and that'll bring up Braden McClung, the right fielder. Braden McClung, member of Logan High School baseball team, going to West Virginia Tech in the fall. Has an early opportunity to give the Flames a lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Merrow looks at second. Breaking pitch in for a strike by Merrow, 0-1. As we said, Merrow, member of the Point Pleasant High School baseball team, finds himself in a jam here in the bottom of the first inning. As that curveball misses outside, 1-1. The defense for Roane Mason, you have Hawkins in left field, Wyatt Kinder in center field, Loveday in right field. We'll run around the infield here in just a moment, not literally but figuratively, as Epling will take off. This one fouled back into the screen by McClung. And the count now moves to 1-2. As Ellis at third base, Bush at shortstop, Mace at second, Toops at first. As we've mentioned, Merrow on the hill with Epling behind the dish. So now McClung finds himself down in the count 1-2. Runners at first and second as Merrow takes a long look over and able to draw Epling back to the bag again. Epling was going on the last pitch before it was fouled off by McClung. Merrow shakes off a couple of pitches, and that draws time from McClung. So he'll climb back in, trying to give the Flames an early lead and give Baumgartner a cushion here in this shortened event. Merrow takes a look out. Epling at second again. Now will come set. This one hit right back up the middle. It's going to get through for a hit. Here comes Epling around third. It's bobbled out in center field. Baumgartner will take third base, and strolling in to score is Epling, and it's 1-0 Flames. Great piece of hitting by Braden McClung. Again, waited on another off-speed pitch that time, was able to take it right back up the gut.
Eli Kirkendall.
And now you've got runners at the corners. After Kinder tried to come up throwing that time, but ended up bobbling it. So still nobody out here on the bottom of the first inning, and now you've got the cleanup hitter Eli Kirkendall standing in as there's a fastball. And Merrow able to catch the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Kirkendall is the extra hitter in the lineup, played at Lincoln County High School and is going to Moorhead in the fall as he rips one foul and out of play to the right. As Merrow gets ahead 0-2. But the Flames looking to put up a big inning here and put Roane Mason up against it. As we said before, only a 5-inning contest here in both games. It'll be man against the Flames coming up 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game as they check over at first base on McClung. He'll stay put. Again, Epling caused a lot of distractions for Merrow over at first and second base while he was on the base path, as here comes the 0-2 pitch, misses low, 1-2. It started with a throwing error that allowed Epling to reach first base and now has scored the first run of the contest. It's the 1-2, that one misses high, taking off for second with no throw will be McClung, and he'll stroll in easily, and that puts runners now in scoring position at second and third. And that's one of those, if you want to try and throw down to second and get the out, you may end up sacrificing the run, as that one fisted foul and out of play by Kirkendall towards the right. Count remains 2-2. As we talked about, with the heat over 90 degrees today, the longer you're out on that field, the longer you start to wear and tear. As this continues to go along, as that one fouled off once again, as Kirkendall just got a piece of it to stay alive in the count. They've made Merrow work here in this first inning, and Roane Mason still looking for their first out of the inning. As Epling will walk a new baseball out to Merrow and discuss what to do here with Kirkendall. There's a base hit here. Could plate 2 more runs, one already in this inning for the West Virginia Flames. Kirkendall now climbs back in as we're ready to go. 2-2 the count. Merrow winds and delivers off-speed pitch, chop foul towards third base as Kirkendall continues to foul off some good pitches here by Merrow. He shakes off a couple of signs, a third, a fourth, and the fifth, and now stepping out is Kirkendall. It's Merrow and Epling having some difficulty getting on the same page here this inning. Once again, Merrow shakes off 2, 3, and now finally gets the sign he wants. He comes set. Fastball misses low and away, and now the count is run full. So Merrow's thrown about everything he can think of here at Kirkendall, but Kirkendall's been able to stay alive each time. Now here comes the payoff to this duel on the 3-2 count. Swung on and lifted high into right center field. Coming in is Loveday. Loses track of it and gets over his head. Again, we talked about the sun being an issue, and right there it comes into play as Baumgartner will stroll in for the second run of the inning. And it is a 2-0 lead now for the West Virginia Flames, and that is now the second error of the inning on Roane Mason. We saw a similar fly ball in the top of the first inning to McClung of the Flames. He had difficulty locating the ball, but was able to at the last moment. That ball hit even higher in the air, and that time Loveday just could not locate it as it got over his head. So you have Conor Mcgrew standing in. First pitch missing outside, 1-0. Mcgrew lifts this one out of play back behind us. Count even at 1-1 strike as Mcgrew played at Logan High School, now going to Alice Lloyd College in the fall. So he has runners at the corners here as the Flames looking to put up a big crooked number here in the first inning. Still nobody out. This one hit sky high towards the right side, heading into foul territory. Is Toops trying to find it. He can't find it. Now it's going to fall. They'll throw to second to try and get the out, but it goes over the head of the shortstop Bush, and coming in to score will be McClung, and it is now 3-0 in favor of the Flames, as that is a double error on that play as Toops unable to locate it, and then the throw to second over top of Bush's head. And that is 4 errors this inning on Roane Mason when they could have been out of this inning already, but they still have yet to locate an out. So that's going to draw a visit to the mound here. And we'll see if there's any change given by Roane Mason. But again, the sun just wreaking havoc on the right side of the infield right now as these towering fly balls just going right into the sun and causing a lot of difficulty for these normally sure-handed infielders and outfielders. So it looks like Merrow will stay in here as Roane Mason coach is trying to get his troops settled down here as Baumgartner, despite the leadoff hit by Bush in the top of the first inning, was dominant after the fact. At the moment, 3 runs. Seems very difficult for Roane Mason going up against him, but anything more could be devastating at this moment. You have Dawson Beckett now climbing in, also a member of the Logan High School baseball team. He'll be going to Alice Lloyd as well as that pitch misses low, skips back toward Merrow, but able to get to third in time is Kirkendall as the Flames continue to march around the bases at the moment. Now you have runners at the corners once again. Beckett, the number 6 hitter in this lineup for the Flames, as Merrow comes set and fires. Nice off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Merrow takes a look at first and comes set. This one ripped into left center field, high in the air, giving chase. Not able to get there as it's off the wall, as Hawkins was unable to catch up to it. That'll score 1 run easily as Kirkendall comes in, and that'll be an RBI double for Dawson Beckett as he absolutely smoked that ball into left center field. And Hawkins just had no chance of catching up to it as the lead is now ballooned to 4-0 in favor of the West Virginia Flames, and now runners at second and third as that'll bring up Ethan Varney, the left fielder. That's Ethan Varney, member of Tug Valley High School's baseball team, undecided on college at the moment as he takes a strike, 0-1. There's a check swing by Varney, but apparently able to hold up on it as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Merrow winds and delivers. That one swung on and missed low as it actually foul tipped, but into the glove of Epling. So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Roane Mason trying desperately to put an out on the board here. Again, 4 errors here in the bottom of the first inning have really hurt them as that fastball catches the outside corner. Strike 3 looking on Varney. Nice location there by Merrow in order to retire his first batter of the evening, and that'll bring up Chase Berry.
Now batting for the Flames, the third baseman, number 14, Chase Berry.
Chase Berry, a member of the Chapmanville baseball team over his career, was also the quarterback at Chapmanville Regional High School. As that one chopped back towards Merrow, he'll run it over to first to Toops and throw him in time for out number 2. So after the first 6 batters reach, now Merrow able to get the number 7 and 8 hitters from the Flames, and that'll bring up Ethan Carter, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's Carter, the catcher, member of Logan High School's baseball team and attending Alice Lloyd College. That one hit high in the air to center field. Starting in is Kinder, now backing up, and he's able to fight off the shade of the sun for out number 3. But with 4 errors, the West Virginia Flames able to do damage as they take a 4-0 lead heading in to the top of the second inning. You are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Welcome back, everybody, to Appalachian Power Park. Chris Kidd here with you. Joe Mounts alongside me, engineering tonight with Robbie Mounts and Butch Mounts as we are here for this 18-year-old division matchup between Roane Mason and the West Virginia Flames. That's count 0-1 to Cole Ellis as Baumgartner misses low with that pitch, 1-1. As Cole Ellis, third baseman, member of the Roane County High School baseball team. Now trying to get their offense ignited as that breaking pitch skips into the plate. Nice stop by Carter. It's the count now at 2-1. As Merrow was out on the field for nearly 20 minutes in his bottom half of the first inning. Baumgartner, after the leadoff hit, made very quick work of the next three batters as there's a fastball in, 2-2 now the count. Pair of strikeouts in the first inning for Baumgartner. Now looking for number 3 as that fastball misses high and the count runs full. Making 4 runs on 3 hits for the Flames, but also aided by 4 errors by Roane Mason in the bottom of the first inning. Oh, what a breaking pitch by Baumgartner as that one froze Ellis in his tracks. He thought it was coming in and might actually hit him, and that ball just veered back toward the right and catches the inside corner for strike 3. Again, just a tremendous pitch by Baumgartner, as we said, going to West Virginia State University. After pitching and playing at Spring Valley High School throughout his career, as that one lifted out of play by Colby Kinder. He is the extra hitter in the lineup. The count at 0-1. Baumgartner comes set. This one reached on and hit right back to him as he'll run it over. Underhand flips it in time to Beckett for out number 2, as Kinder, normally the catcher for Roane Mason, but shattered his thumb and now is just taking on the extra hitter role for the foreseeable future for Roane Mason, but he ended up shattering it in a game apparently a week or 2 ago, according to their coach. And so they just put him in a more protective situation as that one fouled out of play by Jackson Mace, the second baseman. It's count 0-1. As Mace, also a member of the Roane County baseball team. Fastball just misses off outside. Count evens up at 1-1. 7 of the 10 players for Roane Mason, all from Roane High School, as that breaking pitch wildly misses over everyone. Count now moves to 2-1. So the only members not from the Roane County baseball team were Mero from Point Pleasant, Loveday from Gallia Academy, and also Toops, who played baseball at Herbert Hoover High School. There's a fastball jammed in on the hands. Going to be a tough play and just over the head of Aaron Epling as he made a diving attempt, but unable to come up with it, as Mace able to get a 2-out single to keep the inning alive. He must have got it a lot on that, because that was a great jam pitch by Baumgartner, and I thought he got it in on his hands enough to where it might just be a lazy pop out to Epling. But give Mace credit, he was able to muscle that over the top of the shortstop. That's second hit of the evening for Roane Mason. Now standing in is Austin Hawkins. First pitch misses, 1-0. Hawkins, also a member of the Roane County baseball team. And short lead over at first for Mace right now as they'll hold him on. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside and high, 2-0. Baumgartner takes a look around the infield for a moment. Now going to try and fight back from this 2-0 hole as Hawkins climbs in. Swung on a missed as it was a fastball low and away, but he was able to get Hawkins to chase. Count moves to 2-1 strike. Baumgartner still looking for a quick inning here. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 2-2. Baumgartner 3 strikeouts thus far, first time through the lineup. Now looking for number 4. Breaking ball, this one hit high in the air. Behind home plate, Carter looking for it, can't locate it, and it'll land in foul territory. So there it is again. With the sun wreaking havoc, that's about the 4th ball now we've seen from both teams combined that's been dropped or gotten over the head of infielders now behind home plate. And if you stepped outside today, I don't even have to tell you how hot it is and how hot it's been for a while. So again, that sun just beating down on the field right now like God's flashlight. And Joe lets us know he hasn't cut grass in 10 days. Well, we know how things are going at the Mounts Ranch right now. That pitch misses. Yeah, I agree. That's the one upside. The 3-2 pitch, that one fouled off. As Hawkins able to stay alive. The count remains full. Again, Mace will be running on the pitch here with count at 3-2 and 2 outs. Bumgarner lines and fires, misses outside, ball 4, so he loses Hawkins. So now we'll see if we get a similar situation here that happened to Roane County in the first inning. Again, a couple of drop pop-ups allowed the Flames to continue to put runs on the board, 4 in all by the time things were finished. Now we'll see if that drop pop-up behind home plate will come back to haunt the Flames here as Matthew Toops, the first baseman, number 9 hitter in the lineup, stands in. Again, member of Herbert Hoover High School's baseball team, as that one misses inside with a fastball, 1-0. Baumgartner will check on base, getting a much bigger lead at second base than he did at first a moment ago, and that's enough to draw Baumgartner's attention as he checks him back to the bag. Fastball chopped foul towards the Roane Mason dugout. Count evens up at 1-1 Right now, the most effective offense you can find is if you Willie Mays Hayes one high into the sky at the moment. As we said, it's been a fight out there today trying to locate the fly balls. Nice breaking pitch by Baumgartner again. Count moves ahead to 1-2. He's once again 1 strike away from ending the top of the second inning. 4-0 lead here for the West Virginia Flames. Baumgartner finally gets the sign that he wants from Carter. He'll come set. Well, no, he'll look back at Mace again as he'll chase him back to the bag. So he'll roll through the signs real quick. Carter gives him one that he wants. Fastball hit hard into center field, going to fall in front of Bostic. Here comes the runner. Mace rounds third. Throw is cut off. They'll throw home anyway, but coming in to score will be Mace, and the score now 4-1. So we did speculate as to whether or not that drop pop-up a moment ago would come back to haunt the Flames as it did Roane Mason, and it sure as heck does, as Toops absolutely rips one into center field. Push across the first run of the evening for Roane County. Now you get Lane Epling standing in. Epling swing and a miss, 0-1 on a fastball. It's Epling, the catcher. Also a member of Roane County High School's baseball team. Trying to inch them closer here. There's another nice curveball, swung on and missed on the outside corner, 0-2. So Baumgartner has been 1 strike away on several occasions here from ending the inning. Could this be the one that finally does it? Another curveball, but check swing by Epling as he's able to hold up as Carter checks anyway over at first. But doesn't get the result he wants. The count moves to 1-2. Still runners at first and second here for Roane Mason. A 4-1 lead for the Flames. Fastball swung on and missed as Baumgartner ratchets up the heat that time for his 4th strikeout of the game and strands 2 Roane County base runners. But 2 hits, 1 run later, Roane County is on the board as they trail the Flames 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning, as you are watching baseball action with us from Appalachian Power Park right here on Video Productions. Bottom of the second inning, we move as the West Virginia Flames hold a 4-1 lead over Roane Mason. Chris Kidd here with you. Joe Mounts, our engineer. Robbie Mounts alongside, along with Butch Mounts. We're here for this 18-year-old division game. Thus far, the story has been the sun. We'd like to give a shout-out to Debbie Baisden Fields, who out's listening to us. Oh, she wants to say hi to me. Oh, okay. Well, that's a first. No one normally wants to say anything to me, so I'll take that. Thank you, Debbie. It's nice to hear from you out there. The count at 2-1. Corbin Bostic, who stands in as that pitch misses low, 3-1 to the dismay of some of the Roane County fans. They thought Merrow may have gotten that pitch as Bostic, product of Logan High School, still undecided on college as that pitch catches the outside corner for a strike, 3-2. Merrow trying to retire his fourth batter in a row after the first sixth reach as that breaking ball misses inside, ball 4. So the leadoff man reaches, but again, it was 4 errors in the bottom of the first inning that really hurt Roane Mason. Now you'll get Corey Miller, the extra hitter, standing in, member of Logan High School's baseball team. He is an underclassman, rather, so he will be back in uniform hopefully next spring for Logan High School as that pitch misses inside, 1-0. Again, the Flames going to try and get the run back that they surrendered in the top of the second inning as Merrow throws over quickly, trying to catch Bostic napping, but he gets back safely. Again, only a 5-inning game here this evening. We'll have another game for you right after this, about 30 minutes at the conclusion of this one. As taking off now is Bostic. That pitch in for a strike. High throw down to second, not in time. As able to take second base is Bostic and give the Flames a runner in scoring position. Picked a good pitch to run on there from Merrow. Again, another breaking pitch. It was in for a strike, but able to give Bostic enough time to get a lead down. Now they try and pick him off at second as Bostic was out to a huge lead, but able to get back just in time. Again, Bostic gets out to a nice lead. Pitch swung on and hammered into left field, giving chase over and off the glove of Hawkins as that will fall in for a hit. Bostic had to pause to make sure that it wasn't caught, and getting over to second base will be Miller. We'll see how they score that, and I think it should be scored a hit, and it is scored a hit. That was a tough play for Hawkins, got his glove on it, but just unable to haul it in. It's just been that kind of a early evening thus far for Roane Mason. That'll get things back to the top of the lineup as that pitch in for a strike to Aaron Epling. So he was able to reach back in the first inning on an errant throw, which was the first error of the game for Roane Mason as that breaking pitch misses outside, 1-1. Merrow, nice pitch, able to get Epling chasing outside with it. Count at 1-2. And Merrow's got a nice assortment of pitches that he's been able to throw at the Flames. Now trying to get his first out of the inning. Breaking pitch misses low as Epling able to hold up on his swing. Count evens up at 2-2. Again, Epling, a member of Scott High School's baseball team. Getting a lot of speed on the base path as he calls time. And then you got Baumgartner standing in the on-deck circle. Smoked a single back in the first inning. Here's the 2-2 fastball swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Epling for strike 3. And that was actually a really smart pitch that time by Merrow. Again, he's been throwing a lot of breaking pitches, a lot of curveballs, a lot of off-speed stuff, and right there he's able to sneak a fastball by Epling. So one down now here in the bottom of the second inning as Tyrus Baumgartner stands in. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner, 0-1. Pitcher against pitcher here as Baumgartner trying to rebuild his 4-run lead and maybe looking for more as there's a fastball swung on a miss, 0-2. So Romero might be starting to find a groove here. But the Flames still threatening after a walk and a double to start this inning. Strike 3 called. Nice pitch again as Romero really finding his location now. Able to freeze Baumgartner on that inside pitch. Again, he's used that breaking pitch very effectively, and now he's sneaking more fastballs by, and it looks like it's getting off the plate, but with the fastball, it's able to catch now instead of moving off. So Romero's made an adjustment here with Epling behind the plate. And it would be a big boost for Roane Mason if they get out of this inning with no damage done as he goes back to the breaking pitch. It catches on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Braden McClung, RBI single back in the first inning. That one misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. But it was second and third with nobody out and going back to the top of the lineup. But Romero able to get back-to-back strikeouts to keep the runners at bay. Swing and a miss on a curveball, and now the count at 1-2. He put so much torque on that one, it got his hat fly off, did Romero. Now, this could be a big momentum moment here for Roane Mason if they can get out of this inning with no damage done, as McClung will call for time and step out. Again, only a 5-inning game here in the bottom of the second inning. So Roane Mason really can't afford much more damage to be done here on the scoreboard. Fastball misses low and away, 2-2. He's been successful in getting the Flames to chase after those outside pitches low and away here this inning. See if he goes back to the well with a breaking pitch. He does. Hit back up the middle, though, by McClung, and it's going to get through. 1 run is in. Rounding third. Throw will not be in time as it is cut off, and that'll score 2 runs, and the Flames able to build now a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the second inning, as that is the 3rd RBI of the game now for Braden McClung. Again, just good piece of hitting by McClung. He waited out a couple of pitches that Romero was starting to get batters out on with the fastball outside, and finally able to get him to frame a breaking pitch right in the middle of the plate as that one swung on and fouled off by Kirkendall. Counted 0-1. As Kirkendall reached on an error as he hit a towering fly ball into right field in the first inning, and Loveday just lost it in the sun. That was one of the 4 errors that Roane Mason committed. Fastball misses low. Count evens up at 1-1 strike. Romero shakes off a sign from Epling. Now comes ready. That breaking pitch catches on the inside corner, 1-2. So again, Romero 1 strike away from getting out of the bottom of the second inning, but 2 runs already in here for the Flames after scoring 4 in the first inning. Breaking ball hit back up the middle off the glove of Romero and into center field, able to get by Bush. Rounding second, heading to third is McClung, and that'll put runners at the corners with still 2 out. It's a great piece of 2-strike hitting by McClung and now Kirkendall. Back up the middle on both occasions.
Batting for the Flames, the second baseman, number 15.
Now that'll bring up Conor Mcgrew. So Mcgrew also reached on an error in the first inning as he popped up the first base and it was dropped over there, and then the other error came on a throwing error to second base to try and get the automatic out there, as it was just a rough couple of minutes in that inning for Roane Mason, which helped build this lead for the Flames. And now they're looking for more as Mcgrew stands in, the second baseman. So we'll take a look at third. Breaking ball hit toward second base. Bobbled, knocked down, still bobbled, and there's another error for Roane Mason as Mace had a couple of chances to come up with it, but just could not. And that is now 5 errors on the game for Roane Mason. It's just that moment of quick decision and quick panic by Mace after he knocked it down. I think he was contemplating whether he had time to go to second base or if he had to go to first, and that caused him to bobble it yet again. All right, now the Flames, 6 hits but 5 errors against Roane Mason. That one hit hard in between third and short, and it gets through into left field. Rounding third is Kirkendall. He'll score standing up, and the lead now is ballooned to 8-1 for the Flames, as Dawson Beckett, with his second RBI of the game, had an RBI double in the first inning, now an RBI single to left field here in the second inning.
Number 28, Ethan Varney.
9 batters came to the plate in the first inning for the Flames. This is number 8 now this inning, as Ethan Varney stands in and takes a strike, 0-1. Varney was the first out of the game for Roane County in the first inning as he struck out. Breaking pitch in for a strike, 0-2. So it wasn't too long ago Mero was in a position to end the inning with no damage done, but now 4 runs later, West Virginia Flames may have broken this game wide open as that pitch misses low and away, 1-2. Varney, a member of the Tug Valley High School baseball team. Swings and fouls it back into the screen. The count remains at 1-2. Don't have a pitch tracker, but Mero has definitely been out there laboring in both innings thus far. He's been able to get ahead in the count, but the Flames have been able to come up with the hits whenever they needed or contact whenever they needed it. There's a breaking pitch over the head of Varney. Count evens up at 2-2. We've got Mcgrew out at second base and Beckett at first base. Breaking pitch misses inside, and now the count runs full. On deck for the Flames is Chase Berry. If he gets an opportunity here. Here comes 3-2 as he looks the runner back to second base. Mcgrew really wasn't out to a big lead that time, but with it being 2 outs, Mero knows that the runner's going to be going. Once again, he and Epling struggling to get on the same page here with what pitch Mero wants as they all reset. Swung on and fouled off by Varney. And that's been a big part of this as well. Again, each time Mero's had a chance for a punch out or to retire a batter, the Flames have done a great job fouling off some tough pitches in order to keep themselves alive and eventually finding a pitch they were able to work with. So here comes another payoff pitch to Varney. Swung on, chopped back up the middle again. Going to be a slow roller fielded there, and on the bag in the right place at the right time was Mace for out number 3. But once again, the damage is done as the Flames put up 4 more runs on the help of another error and also 4 hits as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. It's the Flames leading Roane Mason 8-1 as you are watching baseball action with us right here on Video Productions. Welcome back, everybody, as leading off this inning will be Danny Bush, as that one's going to be popped into the crowd as everyone goes ducking for cover and thankfully lands in no man's land. The count 0-1. And Chris Kidd here with you. Joe Mounts, our engineer. And new pitcher on the mound here for the Flames. As it is Ethan Varney now on the bump with an 8-1 lead as Bush foul tips one over towards the Flames dugout. 0-2 the count. And looks like Corey Miller over at third base now for the Flames, so a couple of adjustments here for them as they head into the top of the third inning. So Varney trying to retire. His first batter he'll face. That breaking pitch going to be a tough play, but it goes into foul ground as Carter kills it. This count remains at 0-2. Again, Bush with his speed very likely was going to beat that out if that would have stayed in fair territory. Now he'll come back. Again, he's got one of the 3 hits for Roane in this game. Led off the game with a single to right field on the very first pitch. As we said, going to Concord University in the fall. Looking to get a leadoff man here for Roane Mason as they trail it 8-1 in the top of the third. Strike 3 called. Nice fastball by Varney, able to sneak that in against Bush and retires his first batter he faces. It's the 1-2-3 hitters at the top of the order this inning for Roane Mason. Now to be Wyatt Kinder.
Number 24, Wyatt Kinder.
Kinder struck out against Baumgartner back in the first inning. Varney lines and delivers. There's a foul tip over towards the Roane Mason dugout. 0-1 the count. As we mentioned, if you just joined us, it's a 5-inning game. We will have a doubleheader here this evening. Coming up approximately 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game, we'll have man against this West Virginia Flames team again. Nice breaking pitch by Varney, able to get it across. Swing and a miss by Kinder, 0-2. We'll see what Varney looks to come with this time. Fastball lifted into the air into foul territory, and it's going to reach the seats. The count will remain 0-2. Again, the sparse crowd that they've allowed in here for this game today. Again, you can see a lot of people spread out throughout right and left field stands. Now here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit hard. Wow, what a glove by Varney as he's able to snag it. Walks it over to first base in time for out number 2 as he flips it to Beckett. Man, that was a great glove by Varney that time. That ball was smoked back up the middle. And he showed great reflexes in time to retire him for the first out. Now you've got Kylo Romero coming to the plate as he popped out to right field back in the first inning. We'll see if he returns to the hill after 2 very long innings on the mound. Varney pitch misses high, 1-0. As we mentioned, Varney undecided on college, but a member of Tug Valley High School's baseball team as he's able to get a strike on the outside corner with a fastball, 1-1. Varney working very quickly on the mound as he and Carter on the same page. Pitch, this one chopped back towards the mound, and Varney takes care of business all by himself this inning. Again, great work by him as he gets a strikeout and 2 groundouts right back to him. And the side is retired here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no one left on. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning with the West Virginia Flames leading Roane Mason 8-1 as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Chase Berry to lead things off here for the West Virginia Flames here in the bottom of the third inning. Chris Kidd here with you, and Berry promptly gets hit in the shoulder by Merrow. And he'll head on down to first base. That'll be the third time that the Flames have been able to get the leadoff person on.
Next for the Flames, the catcher number 10, Ethan Carter.
That'll bring up Ethan Carter. He popped out into center field to end the first inning. The Flames have put up 4 runs in each at-bat here today as Merrow's still on the hill for Roane Mason. The Flames lead at 8-1 on 7 hits and 5 costly errors by Roane Mason. There's a strike in on the inner half, 1-1 the count as Carter tried to check his swing that time but came in for a strike anyway. Breaking ball fouled off by Carter towards the left. The count moves to 1-2. Merrow's had runners reach in both innings thus far. The first 6 reached in the first inning, and then the first couple reached in the second before he almost got out of damage, but then the Flames ended up putting up a 4 spot as that pitch gets away, and Berry will head over to second. Throw down, dangerous one as it gets over the head of his intended man, but Bush there to back it up. And now runner in scoring positions, a count at 2-2 to Ethan Carter. So Merrow would love nothing more than a quick inning. He's been out there really fighting the heat along with the Flames in each half inning as that one misses and gets away, and Berry will stroll over to third base. We kind of talked about it early on in that first inning with the heat down on the field. The longer you're out there, the more tired you get in this situation. You might start to see a little bit of that fatigue starting to set in on some of the players, especially if you're just kind of standing around. That's one of the worst things that you can do in the heat. If you're moving around, it's at least more tolerable as that one hit hard toward short. Took a wicked hop on Bush, bobbled. Carter hustling it down the line, and that throw is going to get away as Berry will score. And that will make it 9-1 now in favor of the Flames. We'll see, and that will be the 6th error of the game on Roane Mason. Again, you got to think what might have been in this game for them without the errors in this game. I mean, a lot of outs left on the table for them. You have to figure that first inning wouldn't have been as damaging as it was without the 4 errors they committed. Again, committed 1 in the second inning and now 1 here in the third inning. As Bostic now climbs in. Count 1-0 as he walked in the second inning to lead things off. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. His throw over to first not in time. Merrow takes a look over, now winds and delivers. That pitch misses outside to Bostic, 2-0. Trying to get his footing on the rubber. Now comes set with a breaking pitch, and that one misses high, 3-0. So he hasn't walked any other batters in this game thus far except Bostic, but now on the verge of possibly putting him on for the second time, and now instead hits him with a pitch. And that's the second hit batter this inning. And I'd say a lot of that has to be from fatigue here by Merrow. Again, he's thrown a lot of pitches out in this heat, and that might be it for him. They'll come to the mound, and I would imagine this will be a pitching change here for Roane Mason. And they will take the ball from Merrow as they will bring in, it appears to be Toops maybe at the moment, that may take over. So some adjustments going to be made here on the hill and throughout the infield and outfield for Roane Mason. Well, while that takes place, we'll step aside for a break and be back after this as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
Batting for the Flames.
9-1, the West Virginia Flames lead it here in the bottom of the third inning. Chris Kibb with you as pitching change. It'll be Loveday on the mound now for Roane Mason. It's his first pitch. Fastball gets away, and that'll move the runners up to second and third. But the changes along the infield. Now you have Merrow over at shortstop. Bush has moved to second base, and Jackson Mace now into right field. And the Flames possibly take a 10-run lead here at the bottom of the third inning, and 4 runs in each of the last 2 innings. Already 1 across here in the bottom of the third. Still nobody out. There's another error by Roane Mason. Helped lead to another run against 6 errors in this game for Roane Mason, as that one chopped towards third by Miller, and it's going to get out of play. Count moves to 2-1. As Corey Miller appears to be the only underclassman in this lineup for the West Virginia Flames. He hit a double back in the second inning, which eventually led to him scoring later on in the inning. Fastball catches the inside corner. Now the count moves to 2-2. Loveday looking to record the first out here on the bottom of the third inning. Breaking pitch misses outside, and now the count runs full. This will send things back at the top of the order for the Flames after Miller's at bat. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on, fisted out toward short. Merrow runs over and able to snag it out of the air for out number 1. Again, another nice jam pitch that time. We saw one earlier in the game able to get over into left field. That time, though, Merrow playing just deep enough to be able to come over and snag the lazy fly ball out of the air. So that'll bring up Aaron Epling. Epling 0 for 2 here today. Reached on an error and then struck out in his last plate appearance as fastball misses high, 1-0. That fastball in for a strike evens up the count at 1-1. Again, stay tuned with us. Approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, we'll have another 5-inning game for you as this West Virginia Flames team will take on team from Man, West Virginia, coming up next. That pitch fouled back into the screen, 1-2. Apparently, Man team is an assortment of different players from different schools, so we'll wait and see what kind of lineup they have whenever they arrive. But it could be a really interesting matchup between those two moving forward. As we said, a lot of Logan kids on this Flames team as that one hit towards third and again bobbled. That's going to allow a run to score, and that will put the lead now at 10-1 in favor of the Flames, as that is error number 7 now for the game
Number 1.
for Roane Mason, as Ellis had that one just hop off his hands. As we said, that's the second time now that Aaron Epling's been able to reach on an error, but just a lot of what might have been in this game for Roane Mason. As that pitch gets away, ricochets right back to home plate, but no one there, and that's going to allow the run to score from third. And now Bostic helped balloons the lead now to 11-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. It's just been a tough evening here for the Roane Mason club. That fastball across for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. As Tyrus Baumgartner, 1 for 2 today, singled in the first inning and struck out in the second inning as Loveday turns and chases the runner back to second base. That fastball misses outside. Count at 2-1. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. The Flames have put up 4 runs in the first inning, 4 runs in the second inning, now 3 runs thus far here in the third inning. Off-speed pitch misses low, 3-1. Loveday's got a nice variety of stuff. He's just still trying to find his control out here today, as there's a fastball. He blows it by Baumgartner for a strike. Count now runs full as Loveday looking for the second out of the inning, facing up against the number 2 hitter in this Flames lineup. Runner goes, and that pitch misses inside. Throw down to third will get into left field, and that will allow the runner to score standing up to make it 12-1 now in favor of the Flames as Epling crosses. Looked to be a little gimpy as he came across home plate, but hopefully everything's okay, and that'll be error number 8 in the game for Roane Mason. Just to put it in perspective, the Flames have 7 hits, and Roane Mason now has 8 errors in this game. Loveday now deals to McClung, and that one fouled off hard over towards the right side. 0-1 the count. That's McClung. Done a lot of damage at the plate here thus far tonight. Again, he's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, an RBI single in the first inning, then a 2 RBI single in the second inning. That pitch catches the top of the box, count at 0-2. Loveday been able to get ahead here on McClung. Can he retire him for the first time tonight? Off-speed pitch misses outside, 1-2. That's Baumgartner over at first base. McClung is punched out on that pitch. That's called strike 3. And again, when the game starts to get away like this, that strike zone tends to widen a little bit more. And that was strike 3 and the first strikeout for Loveday. But that is an adjustment that most baseball players are aware of at these levels. So it's the old rule of thumb, whenever the score gets a little out of hand, they basically let you know, come up there looking to swing. That one fouled back into the screen by Kirkendall, 0-1. Kirkendall 1 for 2 today, reached on an error in the first inning and then singled back up the middle in the second inning. Kirkendall in the cleanup spot, trying to extend this inning for the Flames. As Loveday will throw over to first, not in time. There's been 4 runs in each half inning for the Flames to help build this lead. There's a check swing, runner goes, throw down to second, not going to be in time as it gets away from Bush and over into right field, but holding there will be Baumgartner. There's a count at 1-1. And yes, I believe the home plate umpire, they were asking if that was a strike or not a moment ago, and he does confirm to Kirkendall that it was. So now the count at 1-2 it appears, and yes, it is. So Loveday trying to end the bottom of the third inning here. There it is on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So Loveday able to strike out the last 2 batters he faces, but once again the Flames able to put up 4 runs in this half inning, and they lead it now 12-1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back after this as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Production. Top of the fourth inning we move with the West Virginia Flames leading the Roane Mason team 12-1. Chris Kibb with you with Joe Mounts, our engineer. Robbie Mounts and Butch Mounts on hand as well, as Ethan Varney still on the bump for the Flames, as there's a swing and a miss by Loveday. Loveday, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, 0 for 1 thus far today as he struck out in his only plate appearance to end the first inning. Count evens up at 1-1 as Varney had a quick 1-2-3 inning in the third as he blazed through the top of the order. Count now at 2-1 as Loveday, as we mentioned, one of the 3 members of this Roane Mason team not from the high school, as there's a swing and a miss, 2-2, as he played at Gallia Academy. Varney, product of Tug Valley High School, winds and delivers that off-speed pitch, shot back toward him. Varney will lob it over to first, high throw, and it gets away. That'll allow Loveday to make the turn and get over to second base, and there's the first error of the game for the Flames. Again, 8 errors against Roane Mason. There's the first one for the West Virginia Flames ball club. As we said, whenever it gets as hot and humid as it is down on the field right now, again, fatigue sets in on everyone, and that time Varney just a little lackadaisical on the throw over to first base and got over the head of Beckett. That pitch misses low as Kirkendall able to dig it out as he's now in at catcher. Count of 1-0.
For Roane Mason, the third baseman, number 17, Cole Ellis.
Cole Ellis struck out to start the second inning against Baumgartner at the time. Varney able to jam him. This one hit out towards second base. Tough play, but able to fight the sun and able to make the grab is the former catcher Ethan Carter, as there's out number 1. Varney finally being a little bit more diplomatic and letting some of his other teammates play as he's on the mound. Again, Varney got a strikeout, and then all 3 balls were hit back to him in the last 3 batters. So there's the first one that's gone to another one of his teammates. That breaking pitch misses outside, 1-0. That's Colby Kinder, the extra hitter standing in, grounded out back to the pitcher his last time up. As we said, he normally is a catcher for Roane Mason, but shattered his thumb, and now they have him in to pinch hit in the lineup as there's a strike in. Nice fastball by Varney, 1-1. Loveday gets his lead from second base. That one fouled off. That gets back to the screen, 1-2 the count. Varney takes a look out at Loveday, gets a good lead from second base. They're not going to hold him on at the moment. We'll see if he elects to take off. That pitch misses low and skips away momentarily, and that will allow Loveday to move over to third. So a chance here for Roane Mason to scratch across their second run of the game. Again, they threatened back in the first inning and were able to get a run across, but since then have been shut down. Varney winds and deals. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Nice pitch to Kinder that time. Got him reaching for it for out number 2. That is the second strikeout as well for Varney since coming into the game, and now he'll deal to Jackson Mace. Again, Mace has one of the 3 hits of the game for Roane. Single to left field back in the second inning.
Jackson Mace.
Varney kicks and delivers. Breaking pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Again, Varney, good finesse pitcher as well. Doing a lot of what Merrow did, able to mix it up with fastballs and breaking assortment stuff as Loveday gets his lead from third. This time he tries to come in with a fastball but misses a little low, 1-1. This one chopped back up the middle. Can't be fielded by Varney, but nice glove out at short. Epling able to throw over to first. In time to Beckett for out number 3. So nice play by Aaron Epling to retire Roane here in the top of the 4th inning. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, the West Virginia Flames in control, leading at 12-1. We'll be back after this as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Twelve to 1, the West Virginia Flames leading Roane Mason here at Appalachian Power Park this early evening. Chris Kidd with you, with Joe Mounts, our engineer. Robbie and Butch Mounts around the premises, as well as Loveday will go to work here for his 2nd inning as first pitch misses outside, 1-0. He'll deal to Conor Mcgrew to start out this inning as Mcgrew checks his swing and it goes into the screen. Count evens up at 1-1. 4 runs in each inning thus far for the Flames helped build this lead. Been aided by 7 hits, but also 8 Roane errors. There's a high fastball missing from Loveday, 2-1. The leadoff man has reached in each of the 3 innings for the Flames. We'll see if that streak continues here with Mcgrew. That pitch misses outside and off the glove of Epling, count at 3-1. Mcgrew has reached on an error in both of its at-bats here today. There's a fastball across for a strike, 3-2. Again, Mcgrew tried to check his swing. But in for a strike anyway as Loveday comes back. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that misses inside, ball 4. So all 4 innings now, the leadoff person has reached base for the West Virginia Flames.
Now batting for the Flames, the first
That'll bring
baseman,
up
number
Dawson
24,
Beckett.
Dawson Beckett.
And Beckett's also been very damaging at the plate along with Braden McClung today. He's 2 for 2. Had an RBI double in the 1st inning and an RBI single in the 2nd inning. That one lifted high and out of play towards the right side in the direction of the man team that has recently arrived. Again, they will take on this West Virginia Flames team next. We will have that coming up for you approximately half an hour after the conclusion of this game. So make sure you stay tuned here with us here on Video Productions this evening. So we'll have more baseball action for you. Again, both 5-inning affairs We're in the bottom of the 4th inning right now, so Roane Mason facing their final at bat coming up. Perhaps that one chopped hard towards second, fielded nicely by Toops over to Merrow for 1, but unable to turn 2 as no one over there to cover the bag in time. But wow, what a glove by Toops that time. That was a tough in-between hop that he was able to grab that on and able to retire the lead runner.
28, Ethan Varney.
So we'll bring up Ethan Varney, now the opposing pitcher. Varney struck out in the 1st inning and reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. As that one fouled straight back towards us and out of play, 0-1. As this Flames team, they sent 8 people to the plate in the 1st inning, 8 in the 2nd inning, and 7 in the 3rd inning. So each half inning have been long ones for Roane Mason out on the field. Loveday and them would love nothing more than a quick half inning here. Here's the 0-1. Check swing by Varney, able to hold up as that fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. That fastball misses outside as well. 2-1. Beckett stands at first. He'll get out to his lead here. They'll hold him on with Tubes. There's a breaking ball swung on a miss, 2-2. It was maybe a bit of bad luck for Beckett a moment ago on that high chopper towards first. Again, if they hadn't been holding the runner on, that might have been a very difficult play for Tubes over there had he had to range over. Ooh, that pitch almost catches Varney. But able to get out of the way in time, and now the count runs full. So another 3-2 count here. Loveday winds and delivers. Breaking ball misses outside, and that'll be ball 4 to Varney. So 2 walks this inning issued by Loveday, and that'll bring up Chase Berry. And he comes out with presence for the home plate umpires. He brings in several new balls. Again, Berry grounded out in the 1st inning and then was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. And Berry was going for three-sport athlete status this year. Again, was quarterback during football season for Chapmanville, was on the Chapmanville basketball team that, again, season was stopped with them 1 win away from getting back to the state tournament and perhaps three-peating this year. Actually drew a big charge in a game against Scott during the season that preserved a win for Chapmanville in the final seconds. And it's been a baseball team member all 3 years of his high school career. Was going to go and play quarterback in college, but instead opted for a full ride scholarship in the nursing program at Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College in Logan, West Virginia. And again, very prestigious program to get into, and Chase took his opportunity, and know that his family and everyone around him very proud of him for the decision he made. As there's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Had a home run in a game just a couple of nights ago to Berry. So we know the kind of power he's got at the plate, but now finds himself in a 2-2 count against Loveday. That one fouled off back toward us and out of play. He followed in the footsteps of his older brother Alex as well, as Alex was the quarterback for Chapmanville Regional High School for 3 years in the middle of the 2010s. And then Chase quarterbacking each of the last 2 seasons for the Chapmanville football team. That breaking pitch catches the outside corner, strike 3 called, and that'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Chase kind of goes back to the dugout with a wry smile on his face. But like we said, when the score gets to be where it's at, that strike zone's going to expand just a little bit more. And Loveday now trying to put up the first 0 on the scoreboard for the Flames here this evening. That'll bring up Ethan Carter as he'll take a strike, 0-1. It's Carter 0 for 2 today. He popped out to center field to end the 1st inning, then reached on an error in the 3rd inning. There's a fastball in for a strike. Able to freeze Carter, 0-2. Runners at first and second for the Flames, but Loveday now ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss by Carter, strike 3. So nice inning of work by Loveday. Able to retire the Flames and keep them off the scoreboard for the first time, but now final at bat coming for Roane Mason as they trail at 12-1 heading to the top of the fifth. We'll be back after this as you are watching baseball action with us right here live on Video Productions. Top of the fifth inning we head. Final call here for the Roane Mason team as the West Virginia Flames lead it 12-1. Chris Kidd here with you from Appalachian Power Park with Joe Mounts, our engineer, and Robbie and Butch Mounts with us as well. As we will have game number 2 coming up approximately half an hour at the conclusion of this game, with the man team taking on this West Virginia Flames club. So don't go anywhere as we've got more baseball action coming your way this evening. As Corbin Bostic on to try and slam the door shut. His first pitch misses outside. Now comes in with a fastball, and that one missed a little outside as well. 2-0. As Austin Hawkins will lead things off. He walked in his only plate appearance thus far today. This one ripped into left field or towards left field and gets through as McClung tried to backhand snag it but couldn't come up with it, and that'll be scored as a hit. As leadoff man on for Roane here in the top of the fifth inning. And you got McClung now out at shortstop with Bostic on the mound. As a few positions changing. Now Bostic ready to deliver, and again you can still see the sun, quite the issue in the outfield as that one hammered into right field. Going to be a tough play. Barry ranging over, but he's got enough room and he'll make the grab for out number 2 as Toops, who had the RBI single for the lone run for Roane Mason in this game, gave that one a ride. But Barry with enough real estate in this vast ballpark. That'll bring up Lane Epling. He struck out in his only plate appearance today in the second inning, which ended the second inning. Bostic deals. There's a nice pitch in for a strike. 0-1. We said 12 runs by this Flames team on 7 hits, but it was the 4 first inning errors for Roane Mason that put them in a hole, and then 8 errors in all in this game, with the Flames committing 1 themselves. Again, several of those not really the fault of this Roane team. Again, with ball hit directly into the sunlight, it was very difficult to gauge where the ball was. We even saw the Flames team deal with some of those difficulties on a couple of occasions as well. That pitch misses high and away. It's count at 1-2 now. Bostic readies himself. Swing and a miss, strike three as he's able to retire Lane Epling. And now Danny Bush stands in as the last hope here for Roane Mason. It's Bush 1 for 2 today. He singled on the very first pitch of the ball game to right field. And then struck out in his second plate appearance in the third inning as that pitch misses low, 1-0. Bush climbs back in, get a runner at first base here. Bostic takes a look over, now delivers, swing and a miss. Nice fastball from him that time as he had some action on that one. Count at 1-1. Bostic takes a look over at first base again, does the lefty. That one misses low and away to Kirkendall as count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. This one hammered out towards second base and gets through into right center field as rounding second, digging for third as the throw over is not going to be in time. And now Roane Mason with runners at first and third. Still with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning as Bush absolutely roped that one back up the middle as Mcgrew almost had a play on it but was able to get through him into right field. Now you get Wyatt Kinder coming up, looking to prolong things here. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Both of these games just going to be 5-inning affairs, so Roane down to their last out. But trying to go out with a little bit of a bang here as that pitch misses outside by Bostic. 1-0. It's Kinder, 0 for 2 today. He struck out in the first inning and grounded out back to the mound in the third inning. Bostic's pitch misses off the plate, 2-0. Bostic's fallen behind the last couple of batters he's faced here. Trying to peg that outside corner, but just not getting it right now. That pitch misses low, now 3-0. Again, you've got Mero, number 3 hitter, in the on-deck circle. We'll see, though, if Kinder gets the green light here at 3-0. He'll take a fastball for a strike, 3-1. This one he gives a ride out of play, however, as that one will get on top of the Power Alley grill and head its way out into the parking lot. So now Bostic has fought his way back from down 3-0 to a 3-2 count, 1 strike away from putting away Roane Mason here. And it's going to miss high and outside, so the bases are loaded, but now they've got a run down between third and home, and they're able to get him. Again, that time Hawkins took off for home. I guess he felt with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. There must have been force outs at every base, but there wasn't a runner at second, and ends up getting himself into a rundown and tagged out. So the West Virginia Flames able to dominate play and defeat Roane Mason 12-1 here this afternoon. And now they will stick around to take on the man team coming up next here on Video Production. So we'll step aside for about a 20 or 30-minute break, and we'll be back for game number 2 between Man and West Virginia coming up next. So make sure you stay with us here from Appalachian Power Park. But again, your score of game number 1, the West Virginia Flames defeat Roane County 12-1. We'll be back here shortly as you're watching baseball action with us right here on Video Productions.